Hello there, greetings fellow humans. Going to show how to get a space trait, although I've gotten the other ones of this reward thing. So it's House Pegh, I think, something like that. Replay
The
this.
Empire requires your assistance with a covert mission deep in Iconian territory. It is dangerous, but if successful, it has a chance of turning the tide of the war in our favor. Report to the Denasia system. There you will meet a man named Ramir. He wants to explain the details of the operation to you personally.
Alright, now that's finally done. But yeah, the ground trait up close and personal is good if you like, if you have strong enough shield and armor to actually be up close, but it increases your damage output. And space trait, similar, but in space. And then there's starship trait, the best defense. Is it got a good offense, but that's the phrase anyway. But it's like your attack patterns grant you a hull healing buff along with their normal effects. So that's what I'm going to go for next, since I already got the other two, and you can't get more than one of each. So yeah, let's go to the Beta Quadrant, which we're actually in, even though it's like Sector 001 with Earth, but yeah, whatever. They have it here. So it's like all the same place, I guess, for Klingons and Romulans and Federation. So here we go again. And more blank screen, house, whatever.
Ready for transport.
And they can't say Admiral. I don't remember if they said Captain before. I think they did, but anyway. Travell says, transport confirmed. The Imperial Starship Le Sabre Ardent will stand by until you're ready to return, which is, ISS is Terran Empire. It's the Lexington I have, which I got because you always gotta check under promotions to see if there's anything new. Like sometimes, the last time it was a coupon, 100% off coupon of a T6 ship, so it's like, obviously, I got the Terran Lexington Dreadnought. So yes, exactly. Alright, anyway, let's talk to this dude.
Qapla', and welcome aboard the IKS Hague. My name is Ramir, and this is my ship.
You asked for me personally?
Your reputation for getting the job done precedes you. Alliance Command gave me the authority to pick who would assist us on this mission, and your name was at the top of the list.
But you don't have much of a reputation. I don't really care myself, but whatever.
If you do not know about my team or our missions, then I have been successful. There are many battles fought in shadow. Now, if you don't have any further questions, follow me to the briefing room.
Yeah, let's go. Alright, get on with this.
Eager for battle, I see. Good.
As the Emperor has foreseen. Alright. Now let's wait for you to get around us being around here as I dance, or at least walk here. Come on, move. Here you go. Finally, you're there now. Let's talk again. Here we go.
Data recovered from the station in the Calbridan system has pinpointed the location of a second base in the Denasia system, containing several of the Iconian's Omega generators. I understand you had a hand in recovering this information.
That's classified.
Of course. Nevertheless, we have the coordinates of the Iconian base. Our plan is to sneak in and sabotage the Omega generators. Taking them out will cripple the Iconians' ability to refine the Omega molecules that fuel their gateway networks.
How are we supposed to sneak into the system?
Infiltration is our specialty, and we have technology not available to other ships of the fleet. Our cloaking device can extend to protect your ship as well. That should be sufficient to protect us.
Sounds risky. What if the Iconians find us?
Then we fight. I expect we will have to fight our way out anyway, after we detonate the Omega generators. I hope your crew is up to the challenge.
What's the risk of nullifying warp travel for light years around the Denasia system?
Our scientists put the risk of a catastrophic reaction at less than 7%. That is an acceptable risk.
Any chance of an Omega detonation is too great of a chance.
This is our mission. You, of course, have the authority to change our mission parameters.
I'd like to speak to your technical expert and come up with a better solution.
Belair is right over there. She will also be a part of the away team to help extract any Iconian intelligence we find in the facility. Be careful. Her...
Alrighty, let's get on with it. Alright. Hello, Discount
What do you
Ursa
want?
Vitor. Ramir suggests I speak to Belair.
Why?
Our mission
Don't
parameters.
worry, Travana. It's fine.
Ramir tells me there's a chance of causing an Omega chain reaction when we blood generators.
Yes, but the chances are slight. If the charges are properly placed and calibrated, it should not be a problem.
1 out of 14 chance is not slight. But yeah, there must be a better way.
Well, the risk comes from non-stabilized Omega particles. They are very unstable. If a chain reaction starts, we will not be able to stop it. If that happens, we'll lose our ship, yours, and anything within a few thousand kilograms at the least. But if that happens, the heralds in the system will be destroyed too. That's something.
Extra crispy, yep. We have the technology to stabilize Omega particles, but it will take more time.
Right. If we were to stabilize the particles into one or more Omega molecules, the chance of a detonation would be greatly reduced. I will need to run some numbers. We will have to give ourselves more time in the facility, and there is a greater risk of discovery, but it might be the better option.
Yeah, I don't want discovery. Anyway, I agree. Make your calculations. I'll update the mission parameters.
I disagree.
Good for
Taking
you.
the time to stabilize the molecules puts the team in danger.
Afraid of a little danger, Travana?
You insult my honor.
Why not?
It is my duty to protect this team. I will not sacrifice Belair's, our lives, for needless precautions.
I think you got that mixed up there. I'm changing the mission, and it is a necessary change. I won't be responsible for loss of warp travel in this region.
So be it, Batak.
I heard that. Alright, so enough with her. And we gotta go back to the other ship by going all the way to the teleporter. Whereas if we press this, it just ends the mission. So yep, here we go to their teleporter, and then pressing button in the game. Here we go, blank screen for a moment. The joy of ADHD.
We are beyond the Herald sensor range, but we should not approach any closer without the protection of a cloaking device.
Agreed. It looks like it's
Once
on,
we
though.
get close to the planet, we will not be able to risk a wide scan. So we will need to perform a series of pinpoint triangulation scans in order to locate the facility housing the Omega generators. At least we can remain cloaked while we do so.
Just a second here. Get that going again. So we keep getting more reputation, as Adlaniska says. Alright, fortunate. That's what that says.
Once we have the location of the facility, my team will meet yours on the surface.
And when we're finished?
Then arm your weapons and prepare for battle. Our cloaks will do us no good after the Heralds discover our sabotage.
Affirmative. Alright, let's point to where there's the fewest ships, more or less, and then Shift R, let's get going. So, staying away from their ships by going to the vertical more than right by them. There's Verteron particles, if we wanted to mine those. Scan surface. Slowing down, though. There's something on the surface of Denasius Prime, sir. Our scanners can only tell it is Iconian in nature. We'll need to coordinate with Ramir to cut through some of the interference.
In order to expedite the triangulation process, my ship will move away from yours and perform our own scan, once we have reached a distance of 4 kilocams.
4 kilocams is 8 kilometers, correct? I'll move. The ISS will save our dent that far from your ship. Alright. Come on. Okay. So
Position confirmed. Beginning scans.
Alright, here we go. Again. More joy.
Sensor interference is preventing us from getting a good reading. Move to 16 kilometers. 16 kilometers confirmed. Beginning sensor sweep.
I guess they were still moving away.
Belair here.
I have coordinates for the facility, but I cannot do a deep scan without revealing our presence. We will be beaming in blind.
Yay. I'll prepare my away team and meet you on the surface. Time to go to the planet. And the joy of fighting the Iconians. Again! Alright.
This facility was very well concealed and shielded. Even now, our scans are so limited, we cannot get an accurate readout of the layout.
The Omega generators put out a large amount of interference. Ambient radiation levels are elevated.
True, but our tricorders will be of assistance while navigating.
If you find yourself not knowing which way to go, use your tricorder, press V to show you the correct direction. I didn't know it was press
Now that
V.
we are on site,
But
there is
also here.
something you need to know.
Withholding information from an admiral, Ramir.
Only because I had orders which would supersede yours. I am not the leader of House Pegh. Now that we have secured the landing area, it is safe for him to join us.
Yay. If you're not leading the mission, then who is? It's the clone of the Kylus guy. Basically, they're Thor, more or
Ramir to
less.
Hague. We are ready for him.
Anyway, whatever though. Here we go with this.
Kapla, you and your team have done well so far. Now, let us vanquish our foes.
I wasn't briefed on this. Who are you?
I am Kalis, Emperor of the Klingon Empire. A legend reborn to the mysteries of science, using the blood that stained the ancient knife of Kiron.
You're a clone of Kylus?
Although there are those who believe me to be a pretender, I have been the moral leader and a symbol of the Empire for the Klingons for more than 40 years. I have given guidance to Gowron, Martok, the leaders of the Great Houses, and the High Council. Even Jimpok hears my counsel, and that man listens to few voices but his own.
What are you doing here?
I am more than a figurehead. A man cannot lead an empire of warriors without being a warrior himself. I carry the Sword of Kalis, a weapon of fables, forged by Kalis the Unforgettable in the fires of the Kristok volcano, and cooled in the icy waters of the Lake of Luthor. This blade slew Molor, it conquered the Fakiri, and created a mighty empire. Now I will wield it against the infernal servants of the demons of air and darkness.
Do you think we'll need the sword here?
There is always a need for the Sword of Kalis. It is a symbol of eternal victory. No one who uses it can be defeated.
Yay. Alright. So, I'll keep to the shoddy. But yeah, and if you go the wrong way, they'll tell you you're going the wrong way. Use your tricorder, you idiot. So like if we go that way, but let's just go this way and save time. But yeah, here we go.
We're right behind you.
Yep, here we go. And the Iconians have shown up. Let's get the override shield safeties and this thing and XC. X is aim. And let's call down fire from orbit. And the subspace drift thing, which we got from the Alachi. Let's increase the engineering proficiency. That only really affects Tercet and up engine Thea. Travell and Ray are scientists, while Tercet and Jinsea are engineers. Although Jinsea is an engineer with command abilities, and Tercet's a miracle worker one. And Ray, I forget, pilot, I think? But yeah, whatever. Anyway, Travell, I think I upgraded her when I got the free points to upgrade her or something like tokens, but yeah, whatever. It wasn't a specialization though, it was just the other things. Let's see, where do we go? To that way. Alright, here we go again. More
Sensors are picking up a different Omega generator. My team will handle this one.
Awesome, you go do that. So, yep. Override shield damages enemies around there for a little bit. This one is particularly annoying. But yep, here's Harbinger of Matara. But yeah, that is annoying. Especially the Psi abilities, although I maxed out Psi resistance, so as much as I could with the current traits available to me. So, dealing with demons using a shotty. It's like, this is a Winchester, I guess. I don't know what Brand Zephyr thought. I'm sure it's listed on a database somewhere. But anyway, respawn and keep going. Shouldn't have let it get that bad. And now Stubborn is gone again. Oh, the joy. Alright, where'd you go? You need some doom? There you go. You know what, let's switch to the necklace thing. Go crispy already. Yeah. Go crispy already, you annoying thing. Come on, how much more doom does this thing need? And it's... where is the rest of it? Did it go away yet? Where is it? I think we got it. Yeah, it's gone. Good. Okay, it's like, did I get it for sure, or is it gonna pop back into existence again? Alright, so now the Omega Molecule thing, we just have to do like the same minigame that's been out for a bit now, but it's like just here. You can use the arrow keys on the keyboard or the mouse, doesn't matter. But we just have to get one fully made and destroyed, and then it's good to go. Here we go. That should be... there we go. And now we can do the plant the Boomly Dooms. Alright. Come on, what's the next thing? Download information, okay. Download Iconian data. Data. Which one would it be? There's Lieutenant.
Our charges
data.
are set. We will meet with you in the hallway ahead.
Where the heck's that? Over there somewhere. Okay. Time for more enemies again. The game. I don't know. It's always more enemies. Never Christmas. Hello. Holographic stuff is due to Jinsea's ability. I think anyway it's due to her ability here under skills. And let's see here, there's Shock and Awe, no, Hammer and Anvil. I think if flanking, I think it's that thing. If flanking 30% bonus all damage, if not flanking 60, I don't know. I could take these off and see if they'll do, but I think it's, and that's a Boomly Doom Strike. And strategic analysis is something else. I think it's the hammer and anvil one. So yeah, I think that's the ability that allows for that holographic look, like a shield type thing there. But yeah, onward to seeing if I'm going the right way. There we go. So yep, everyone's fine. And here's this dude. Let's switch to the Star Wars like crap. Shields back online. Anyone else want to fight? Alright, there we go, I guess. Yeah, it's a little bit new Trekkie with the Star Wars like Klingon necklace things, which are from the Klingon War. Let's see here, I think it's episodes Klingon Civil War, and I think it's the Khitomer Discord.
It appears the hunt for Ja'ula may come to an end
the
soon.
dual
Our
nanopulse
latest intel
necklace.
indicates
Yeah,
she's
those
operating out
lightsaber-like
of
things
port.
there. That's what those are, from the second mission of the Klingon Civil War. And this is a video game. For anyone that doesn't know what a video game is, how do you not know? And it's like, okay, either way, this is a game. And it's one that you watch, or one that you have visualization within, whatever. It's the game, and the words that I'm using may be, whatever. Here we go.
We got some information from the Iconian network. How did you do?
Found a terminal, but we can't read the data.
Fortunately, I come prepared. My tricorder is loaded with the best decryption subroutines available in the Empire. Wrote a couple of them myself.
Very smart of you, yes. Here, let's see what you can do.
This is interesting. There are battle plans here for the Delta Quadrant. The Iconians were advising the Vaadwaur for months before the conflict started there. In fact, the Iconians insisted that the Vaadwaur start their attack in the Krenim Imperium, although they didn't say why. I also see data on where the Omega energy is being distributed. This is good. If we use this, we can attack the subspace stations where... Oh no!
What is it?
Ket, one of the Iconians! It is here!
Teket's presence doesn't change what we're here to do. We finished the job.
Yes, sir. We need to find the last generator.
Sabotage the final Omega. Yep, let's go. And I guess they'd probably be going after the Krenim because they had the ability in Year of Hell, the two-part episode Year of Hell, to undo the timeline. They had like the Chrono Legionnaires abilities in Red Alert 2. Yep. Here we go again. Tearsuit's gonna be on the floor if I'm not careful. Okay, everyone's getting their health back up. Alright. Yeah, you guys need to fall, not mine. Alright, there we go. Are they done? Alright, there we go. More stuff to sell. Engineering kit, shield generator, Mark 13. That's a common kit module. Yeah, it increases the shield, but Tearsuit's ability is similar for that effect anyway. I forget what it's called. I keep not remembering things, but yeah, Tearsuit under skills. Let's see, ground abilities, shield recharge, that's pretty much the same thing I think. And then the harmonized shields is another one that does that. Throw regenerative nanite canister, and here's overload power cells, that's an offense ability. But yeah, shield recharge, those, and harmonized shields, there we go. Probably one of those that's causing that similar looking effect anyway. Did we turn around? Or okay?
Use that panel to access a visualization node and locate the last Omega generator.
Visualization node, you mean security cameras? Or are we just seeing it in our mind's eye? Yep, there's the Banshee from Mass
Zoom in on
Effect 3.
that!
That's the Iconian that needs some doom.
It's Ket!
How do you know? Or do you just know that you know, or something like that? Who knows? Alright, onward to more joy. I think it's this way. Either way, we'll probably get some enemies shortly. Yep, okay, more joy of doing things again. Simple constructs aren't as annoying as the giant golems. Oh, tricky. Alright, there's, let's see here. Split beam rifle, yeah. So this door is red. We need to get some black paint then, I guess. I don't know. So that's not it. Alright, to the next one, I guess. This is very easy to get turned around. It's like the same problem with the catacombs, pretty much. Oh, we're supposed to talk to Kalis, right? Do you sell shoes at Kalis shoe store or something?
An Iconian! My blood sings for this battle.
Yeah.
It will be glorious.
I don't think you should face it alone.
Kalis, my emperor. You are the strongest of Klingons. You wield the sword of Kalis. But there is no one who can face an Iconian in single combat.
Uh-huh. Listen to Ramiri.
The war does not go well for us. You all know what we face. Our people need a symbol to inspire them. That is what I was created to be. This battle will be one of legend. Every soldier of the Empire will have this tale on their lips.
Do they need a martyr to inspire them?
This is not my day to die.
Are you really
It
sure
is my
about that.
day to kill an Iconian.
Trevana, Belair, do you want to weigh in on this?
Who am I to argue with the Emperor?
Belair?
Firing a disruptor at an Iconian is like attacking a starship with a stick. The Sword of Kahless is a remarkable weapon. It might be the only thing that could work.
It's a blade. Alright. Kahless, what's your plan?
We part ways here. Complete your mission. I will descend to the lower level and challenge the Iconian.
Have fun with that.
We create a legend this day. Remember it.
The Legend of Doom. We will assist you in any way we can.
If anyone can kill an Iconian, it is Kahless.
Glad you guys brought your Kool-Aid with you. There it goes again. And that's still locked. Ah, crap. So that's the wrong one. You need a Nokia. Okay. Ron. Ricola. Ah, not this crap again. Not again with these annoying idiots. Recall, total recall. And let's get the Watchy subspace drift thing. Extra crispy. Hypo spray thing. Come on. Fire. Okay, we got it. Good. There we go. Pressing buttons. The game. Alright, there we go. Let's see, did we get to, yeah, there's a green door. It's the red-green show. Awesome, there it looks yellow now, and here's another idiot to fight. Yay. And there's that now. Totally
Cat!
not a banshee
I have
from
come
Mass
for
Effect 3.
you. Face me, creature. I challenge you to honorable combat. Come forth. I am Kahless, the Unforgettable. Destroyer of Molor, defender of Kamchi, and emperor of the Klingons. In my hands is the sword of Kahless, first of its kind. Will you not face me, Tiket? What could a being such as yourself have to fear from one man?
They all just want to watch. Like, well,
We are in.
alright. Here we go again. And let's start dealing with these idiots. Run up to it a little bit more. Gotta get within 1.5 meters, I think. Aiming increases stats. Iconian Gateway of Doom. Come on, keep getting close to him so it increases the damage output. And getting damage myself is no fun. No one else is on the ground. Let's exit to X and to Z to stretch this. Alright, enough with you. Enough.
Tiket's too strong. Nothing Kahless can do is hurting it.
Alright.
We have to weaken the Iconian, and I think I know how.
Yep,
Omega
over here.
molecules gather energy like sponges in water. That's why a small amount of Omega can generate such a vast amount of power. Quick, find
There's
a
the
console
battle
and
down
activate
there.
the reactor.
We can't really do
If we hit the
anything about it
Iconian
apart
with
from-
Omega, we might be
apart
able to
from this.
injure it.
Pressing buttons. Again, the game. Here's cutscene almost. the next one.
Ha! Glorious battle!
Yes, so glorious. Alright, Omega Beam. Yes, please stand under the giant laser of doom.
The honorable warrior will always prevail, demon. You are no god, Tiket, and your tyranny ends now! Now, to finish this.
Oh, that went well, right? Time to
Enter
flee and
Pegh.
panic.
Emergency transport now.
Alright, and onward to the space battle portion again. Oh, I guess we didn't do a battle portion in space, just evasion and going to the place cloaked. But
We've
now
lost
it will be battle.
Kalis, and we were unable to stop the production of Omega molecules. The Iconian war will continue, and much blood will be shed.
The mission wasn't a complete loss.
True. The data recovered by your team in Belair will be invaluable to the Alliance. The only thing to do is make sure it reaches them. To do that, we must escape this system.
Yep, agreed. The Alliance needs us.
You're right. We can't risk this intel not making it back to the homeworld. I've pinpointed an excellent transmission spot near here where we can send out an encrypted microburst of data. If we don't make it out of here, at least the information can be of use to those who still fight. The Emperor's sacrifice cannot be in vain.
The Iconians will try and stop us. Let's go. It's like Cooper Hawks in Space Moon Beyond. Hey, ho, let's go. But yeah, page down to zoom out a little bit, and let's plop it in the vehicle. Get some torpedoes going. 50 times. Freeze for everybody. Remember to scroll down occasionally. Using EMP probe to keep firing. Annoying EMP trap. Now let's put this back on the line. Just keep connecting. Cruiser needs processing. Welcome to Ponto's Buffet and Control. Lots of free gifts. Bit of platform of doom. Enough without using that up again already. Alright, now we gotta go to the zone again. Turn right round, baby, right round.
We're at the optimal transmission location.
You are? Good for you. I've got to get over there. Alright, here we are. Now we're there. Begin this, although as soon as we do is when we're attacked, so let's zoom out a little bit to see a little better. And yeah, gotta make sure all the timers clear, or at least as many as possible before the doom happens some more. But yeah, here we go. Time for getting ready to press buttons again in the game.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
Oh crap, that restarted. Or it stopped anyway. Yeah, as soon as we complete the transmission, then we get this joy.
Iconian gateways! It's an ambush!
Torpedoes. Turning around a little better maybe. Probably getting a tractor beam or some kind of effect there. Gotta watch out for solar gateways. But I don't think they'll need it for this. Save the type of thing as well. That's going to require a little more. So 2 items of them. And more torpedoes to digitize or plasma array, or digitize or plasma torpedoes. And loiter about and wait for the next target if one goes away. And that gets me more to go for that one. There we go. Alright. Transmission. Those things. Oh, come on. But yeah, this speeds up the recharge times. Here we go.
More gateways. Something big is coming through.
Use this. And that solar gateway needs some doing as well. Prepared, so don't go too frisky. The shield thing there stops, let's stop this. Right there. Get yourself this. Alright, and there's a solar gateway we gotta focus on before it dooms us. Right here. Alright, there we go with that anyway. Boron dual handling, everything, all this stuff. There we go. So now that should be it, I think. So return to sector space. Depart the system without departing the universe. There we go. And now the cutscene, or the, not cutscene, loading screen. Alright, time for waiting for it to do that.
I will mourn for Kalis, but celebrate his life. He was a clone, but he found honor in this life. Now I trust he will find Sto-vo-kor to his liking. But before he fell, he showed us the Iconians are mortal. His sacrifice will lead our way to victory. Qapla'! Hail Kalis, Emperor and Conqueror!
Right, okay. But yeah, the last one I haven't got. First I got the ground trait up close and personal. That is the damage up close more in space trait. Same deal as the other one on the ground. But it's in space. And Starship trait now is the best defense. So the attack patterns grant you hull healing effects. So that's not a space trait. That's a Starship trait. So let's see here.
The war continues.
It does.
And all of our...
Alright, so that would actually... be under Starship traits, right? Or would it be? Oh, we have to open the thing. So I for inventory, and Starship trait, the best defense. Alright, there we go. And now it'll exist in that menu. Yep, the best defense. Attack patterns grant hull healing, buff to self. And this is particularly... Okay, I have defense modulation. That's bonus damage to nearby foes, as well as the point-blank shot. That's maximum bonus when at less than 2 kilometers, no effect beyond 6 kilometers. And another generic Starship trait here is going the extra mile. So I think these apply to all your ships, whereas like both the Rio Grande, the shuttle here, and the LeSabre, or if you switch to another one, whereas this one is particularly bound, or well, you can change it out. Like if you want to use the best defense here, that's you'd probably want to do like stations and change it up. So say you want an Omega. Let's see, where's Omega? We gotta click there and Omega. There we go. And that'll be one of the healing things then. So we probably should set this. That torpedo doesn't matter. This would also be a faster one here. I think we have. No, here. Come on, where the heck? Okay, Tactical Team 1. Is that a thing as well? Will that count under traits? So let's see here. Attack patterns. Grant hull healing. So only attack patterns. Alright, not the other thing. Probably not. This is Tactical Team 1. It's not an attack pattern. So might as well have more torpedoes to eat out at least. And then this would also be something here maybe. Let's see. Do we have an attack pattern 1, or could we just switch it up to something else at least? Attack pattern Delta 1 is all damage resistance ratings for 15 seconds. So something like that. Attack pattern Beta is upgrades your weapons for 10 seconds. Delta ally or self-targeting buff. So all damage resistance, and to recipient's attackers, all damage resistance. So it changes damage resistance versus this is just increasing. Well, it increases weapons damage for 10 seconds. This increases for 15 seconds the resistance only. I mean, this is probably better. So yeah, let's go with that, and yeah, we'll keep Tactical Team there. And Photonic Officer, and Tychon's Rift, and Polarized Hull, Hazard Emitters. And I like the crop dusting one, the Eject Warp Plasma 3. So gotta remember, go to LeSabre, you know, your main ship, and then to loadouts, and be sure to click save to whatever build that you have, which is I have 4 digitizer plasma torpedoes, and in the front I have a digitizer plasma dual beam bank and a beam array here, and 2 more beam arrays and 2 more torpedoes there. So yeah, there we go with that, which I got all those from the ending of the Terran Gambit, which is the Fujiwara effect with both V'ger and Seeker fighting each other and us going to see the ship. So yeah.
I'm afraid I have bad news.
So yeah.
Under the command of Emperor Crusher, the other is approaching the Sol system.
Anyway, for now though, that was what was the mission. It was the Iconian one here that I just did. So under the Iconian War in the video game, and House Pegh with P-E-G-H for the spelling. So the second one, or no, it's the 1, 2, 3, the fourth. So yeah, and then Time Evolves the next one, but whatever. This one has the things there with the traits. Anyway, game over, man, game over. Take care, and try to not go crazy.